looking forward to it. Hello, welcome to Hypno News Live, where we talk about all the stuff that's going on in the world of hypnosis this week. And yeah, it's a great one. So last week we had the Canadian Hypnosis Conference. Great to see kind of what a fantastic success that was. And then this week we have got a phenomenal conference coming up, which is the Hypnosis Education Association virtual conference. That is this weekend, the 8th and 9th. And what a lineup that's got. And with it being a virtual conference, it means they can connect people from around the world, and some great people on that. So do check it out. And they've got some performing hypnosis stuff on there as well. So that always really does. I love when hypnotherapy conferences incorporate the stage side of stuff as well. So it's nice to see those two worlds merging. So do check it out. The lineup on there is phenomenal, and that's the great thing with virtual conferences is they enable you to kind of have that crossover where you can reach people that probably couldn't get there with travel, and so it reaches across the world. One of the things behind the Performing Hypnosis Summit is we always kind of have that hybrid element to it where we have in person in Vegas as well as online and live streaming as well, just to enable everybody to have access to that information. So that is the kind of Let's Get Unhypnotized conference this weekend. Next weekend is then the UK Hypnosis Conference. This is a phenomenal conference for anyone that is interested in hypnosis. And I tell you what, it's different from all the others. The gala dinner is a proper gala dinner as well. And the lineup of speakers, they always have a really kind of evidence-based, science-backed, academic look at hypnosis. It is very serious. And the lineup this year is phenomenal. Let me have a look here. Presentations. There we go. Shawn Michael Andrews, Louise Baker, amazing. Dr. Kate Bevan Marks, David Bolton, Jasmine, Tim Box. The lineup is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, it is amazing. Speaking of phenomenal, Shawn Kostiak. Shawn, how are you?
Yes, I am the phenom. That's me.
Cool. I think I misread your time when you messaged me, and I thought we'd sync times perfectly. And then when I read it back, I'm like, oh, actually, no, I think I'm about half an hour off. So yeah.
No,
So yeah. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, is it daylight saving times? But yeah, we managed to do it. So have you ever fancied the UK Hypnosis Conference, Shawn?
Well, it's one that I want to attend when I have an opportunity to not be in the school division. There are a couple of newer presenters, one of which is on TikTok fairly regularly with Madeleine Cornelius. She's talking about inductions, but she's talking about having fun with them.
Nice.
And humor is healing.
Yes.
And I think that's probably why a lot of people can deal with a lot of their stuff if they would just volunteer for a show.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's interesting with TikTok because it's making hypnosis more accessible to people. I'm seeing a lot of people doing like hypnosis inductions on TikTok now, which I think is really good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some of them look a little wild, and you do have to make sure that you look for the Sora watermark because there are a few of them that are, AI generated.
Yes.
Which, hey, that's fine. I'm glad AI can generate something like that. But if you are looking, because there are a lot of hypnosis apps and there's a lot of tech out there that would be, geared towards hypnosis. But if you are looking for that person-to-person experience, that is still very much something that you can research out, and you will find people like us.
Yes.
You'll find people that maybe look better than us.
You definitely find people looking better than us. I tell you what. I tell you one of my frustrations, and I think it's because I'm tired, so I probably shouldn't say it. Um, is when I see people doing like street inductions, and for me, one of the things that makes hypnosis really special is when you see that person kind of collapse into hypnosis, if you know what I mean. I don't know
Hmm.
just float. I'm on about you see the body just they drop. I'm tired of seeing inductions on TikTok and YouTube at the moment where it's like, and sleep, and the person goes. And it looks like the person is just very socially awkward and going along with it.
Right.
And it's, I think, and I'm not slating anyone like, in particular, um, but I don't think it helps hypnosis when you don't see like a dramatic go into trance. And so, yeah, that's my two for today.
Oh, speaking of guys, there's the man from Seattle.
The man from Seattle.
Yes, the man out west. Normally that's what they say about me, but
Bless him. Yeah, so I think TikTok's great. There's a UK hypnotherapist and stage guy actually who's done some stage stuff who does some great stuff on TikTok. Um, yeah, he is really good. And again, he does a lot of kind of Q&A and asking, answering questions about hypnosis. So he really puts it out there. So yeah,
yeah, and I think that's probably one of the best things that we can do because the more of those questions that we can answer, it's not so much the less mysterious hypnosis is, but it is more accessible or more what's the word I want to use? It becomes more of a hey, I want to try that.
yeah,
Hey, I want to actually use that.
yes, Brian, absolutely do.
Yes, but not while he's driving, Brian.
Yes. But yeah, I think it's having people that are willing to kind of sit there, have the weird questions, have the awkwardness, but really just let people know, the benefits of hypnosis and what it can and can't do, and having that stage element. And if you can demonstrate it as well, even better.
Exactly. I, of course, am a part of that research project with Louisiana State, and the group that I have for Hypno Ed, they've all said pretty much the same thing. Like, I don't understand why it works with you. Nobody else has been able to do this, but why does it work with you? Because I'm
Wow.
me.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I'm the phenom. How's that for a callback? There we go. No, I said it's for two reasons. It works really great. First of all, you're in a closed group with people that you know.
Yeah,
We're all involved in deep discussions, and we're all working. You're all working your way through the project. I did my part last year. I said, but the second thing is you perceive me as an expert.
it's amazing how much weight that carries.
Yeah,
So do you have any shows coming up?
I do actually. December 12th, in a smaller town called Belcaris. It's about an hour away from here.
Nice.
Actually, was lined up with through one of my colleagues, a magician by the name of Citric James, or at least that's his stage name.
Yes. I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Curtis. Well, you would know him. I probably mentioned him a few times, but
Yeah,
Curtis and I have done a couple of shows together actually. So one in Regina, one here in Yorkton. We're gonna try and pack out the local theater here in Yorkton in March.
nice.
Um, and if we do, we may open up a second date. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But ideally, we want to be able to get as many people out. And last year's show for me was a little rough off the start because the tech didn't work. This year, I've got solutions to that and backups,
Yeah.
and so it'll be a much better performance from me.
That's the joy of tech. That is the joy of tech.
Don't I know it? What do you, that's what I was doing all day today. Um, We have some schools that are very interested in starting esport teams. There's a tournament coming up. Can you help us get set up? Yep, that's great. Went in, set up the computer, set up the network, ran the cable, around to make sure everything was connected. No. Phone the guys in the lab and say, okay, guys, this is the situation. Oh, yep, click, click, click. Try it now. Nope, still nothing. Okay, and then we found out that we had machines that lost their domains, and um, by the time it was all said and done, I spent an hour and a half correcting it, only to find out that the application for the game and the game itself wasn't on the machines.
Oh.
Which everybody's like, well, what do you mean? We just finished testing those last week. I said, yeah, but it's not here. So spent the rest of the day downloading this game, Rocket League. If anybody plays, you'll know it's a big game.
Well, I do a stream for my local community, Hood Show Live, passion project that started out the pandemic. And to be fair, it's doing really well. So we're just averaging at the moment about 300,000 views. So I went along to a friend of mine who's doing some stuff for a local car garage type thing, independent business. And so we've gone down to interview them. And but we're trying 2 new mics. And so I'm interviewing the owner with a stick mic. And Alan, my co-host, he's got his microphone on his lapel. And he stood right next to the car that's engine's running. And on my Rode mics, that wouldn't have been an issue. But on these DJI mics, unfortunately, that meant that mic picked up the engine noise, and that's what it ran with. So you can't hear any of the interview, and it's live, so you don't know this until afterwards. So, yeah.
Yeah. I have actually one that just runs straight into my iPhone, but it has 2 mics. So it's a receiver for 2. So I pin one on me, pin one on the person I'm interviewing, and that's actually how I got the interviews, the recommendations onto YouTube from the Melville Fire Department and the volunteers that were in the show. So it worked really well, surprisingly for $35.
Yeah. So just shout out on TikTok as well. Betty Bangs, great to see you guys. I'm in the studio. I'm at the office. I know it looks sunny, but that's just lighting in here. So yeah.
Yeah, so we got Nora joining us. We also have Tommy.
Tom is here as well. Fantastic. All the team is here. So yeah, the summit coming up fast.
It is.
Yeah, looking like a great event. Yeah.
We talk about TikTok. The countdown is on. If you are at all considering making an appearance in January, you need to get your stuff in order and do it quickly, because on December 21st, that is when the booking link, I believe, runs out.
Yep.
There it is right there. And after that, you're basically paying whatever the hotel decides you get to pay for staying there.
Yeah. And everyone people need a deadline.
Yeah.
But like last year, we managed to squeeze a couple of extra ones on. But they've said this year we definitely won't be able to do that. So people have to use that code and get it done sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Even if you haven't booked your airfare, book your hotel room. Get it done now, and then pick your airline and Christmas sale of choice for tickets. You can certainly do that.
Yes.
For me, I booked my hotel room I shouldn't say the minute, probably about a month after we got the code.
Yeah.
Because I had to put some money down on my credit card so that I could actually do that. Because it is in American, and Americans are a little more expensive,
yes,
dollar-wise than Canadians. So
how is the Canadian dollar at the moment?
I'm going to guess between now and January, it's going to tank even more. Which is good for you. Anybody coming over is going to be, it's going to be cheap.
Oh, that's good
because
then.
you're probably gonna get 30 to 35 cents more spending power.
That would be great if I wasn't working in Canada and getting paid in the Canadian dollars.
Yes, which means you're going to lose 30 to 35% going home.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was on holiday, that'd be great. So yeah, so that's a double-edged kind of that's sweet and not sweet at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, all good fun.
Yeah, and it from all indications, it sounds like our budget is going to pass, and we're going to be stuck with this government for another 4 years. So who knows, Brian? If you got an extra room, I might be looking to move in.
Yeah. Could you imagine that me, you, and Brian living together in a
Oh
house?
dear.
Yeah, that would be something special. That would be an interesting live stream.
Oh, wouldn't it though? The
Cool.
question would be which one of us is still wearing pants.
Yes, definitely, Brian.
And why? And no, I was going to say, and why isn't it Brian?
Yeah. Bless him. Bless him. Cool. That's it for me, I think.
Yeah, I will mention coming up next week we have Gila Zach coming on
Oh,
the
cool.
Hypnosis Hero podcast. I didn't get you that soon enough, but it is going to be a phenomenal podcast
Yeah.
coming up next week, and we are actually surprisingly booked out until almost the end of February.
Awesome. That's
And people
amazing
are now
stuff.
saying, "Oh, you know what? That might be a little too far out. Let me know in January again when it's time to book." Plus, we have two people that would love it if we could do a special somewhere along the way. So we'll see about that somewhere along the way where Brian and I can line up our schedules to be earlier and go either with a double. I thought about doing it on the 11th, but that's a little tight. Um, but we'll try and line up our schedule so that we can accommodate a couple of presenters that are overseas that just there's no way they can stay up that late.
I remember when I was doing the Funny Talks, Funny Bits podcast live stream, and I was desperately trying to get Matt Hale on. But with him being in Australia and me being in the UK, it was now an impossible. But we actually managed to get it done, and so pleased about that. But I was in Budapest at the time, and so it just meant that the time just shifted a little bit, just in order to get him on. But yeah, and what a great guest he was as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like there are lots of amazing hypnotists around the world. One of these people is based out of Portugal. One is based out of, I believe, Scotland. And trying EB1 visas for you both. They're going to have to do background checks. It's going to take like 3 years before we can move in with you, Brian.
Yeah, we could do it on a spouse's visa.
Yeah, well, in Washington we can.
Yeah, you marry Brian, and I'll be your adopted son.
No, thruples still work. So I'm told.
Apparently so. Oh, awesome.
The United States, they've got the three amigos.
Yeah.
I can pass for Martin Short.
Who would Brian be?
You would be Steve Martin, and he would be Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. That is his new nickname.
There you go.
Cool. Right. It is bedtime for me. Shawn, thank you very much once again. Brian, I'll try and free up some time Saturday, and I'll give you a bell, buddy. Cool.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Take care. Stay
care.
well.
Be
Be
awesome.
awesome.